Hey guys, Neomis here. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the rumor based on Claude Maurice. Arsenal are literally days away from making their first signing, as well as Ryan Fraser. Seems that this rumor is bound to actually happen with some of the comments that were made by Bournemouth Football Club. Stay tuned, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Let's go. So happy Father's Day, everyone, here on this beautiful Sunday morning. So I've been taking a look at a lot of the news that happened over the past several days, and lots of new news, lots of old news that have coming up, but this is just fresh off the press. It seems that, first of all, Claude Maurice has agreed personal terms with Arsenal Football Club. It said that he is happy to join the club and happy to join his fellow French compatriots, as well as his former player in Matteo Guendouzi. It said that Arsenal tried to put in another bid in earlier on last week of 14.2 million, but unfortunately that was rejected, and it seems that over the next few days, on this upcoming week, Arsenal are going to be looking to put in another offer in, and it'll probably be the kind of final offer, just based on the fact that the player has already agreed personal terms for coming to Arsenal Football Club. And in my opinion, I do think that we're probably going to be looking at a bid closer to the 16 million mark, which is about 18 to 19 million euros, to be really honest, and which is a pretty sizable amount for the French club. So yeah, it looks like Claude Maurice is going to be the first official signing of this transfer window. So guys, yeah, what do you think of this? I mean, he's a player who I've talked about in previous videos. He can play anywhere in the front three, left wing, right wing, attacking midfield. He scores goals, he creates chances. The question only is, can he do it at the highest possible level? And this is what we're going to be seeing here at Arsenal Football Club. Robert Pires came out talking about Claude Maurice as well as our former Arsenal player Ali Adiri came out saying, you know, he's seen him play, he's a good player, obviously would fit into Arsenal's new ethos with bringing on young players, and the fact that Arsenal have so little to spend, this signing just makes sense. You know, he's done it there, the French League Two side, and yes, it's a French League 2 side. We bought Laurent from Lorient as well when they were in the French League 2, and you know what, he's done pretty well overall in his career, so it's not a bad signing overall. And to be honest, as an Arsenal fan, I'm actually looking forward to see what he can do, and hopefully he lives up to what he's produced out there in France. And finally, earlier on today, there was some articles in relation to Ryan Fraser, particularly the chief executive for Bournemouth Football Club. So typically Bournemouth Football Club don't come out talking about signings, but I thought it was a bit weird, a bit different for them to come out and to talk about this individual player. And he left a bit of a quote, and everybody's been really talking about it, saying that Arsenal, you know, means that he's going to be staying at the club. But if you actually read the quote and read what it's saying, you know, I thought I would kind of go through what reason why I believe Arsenal still have a shout out for actually signing this player, and why he is still choice number one for Arsenal Football Club. So he goes on to say, and this is Blake, Neil Blake, Bournemouth's chief executive. He says that much has been written and spoken about the future of Ryan Fraser as his contract with AFC Bournemouth heads into the last 12 months. Fact. He says, as is the club's policy, details regarding contract negotiations or transfer activity are typically kept confidential and do not enter public domain. So why are you out talking about it within the public domain as I'm here doing this video? However, following some recent reports, I felt it was imperative to speak publicly and provide balanced clarity on the situation. Now, I want you guys to remember that, a balanced clarity. So it goes on to say, the offer of a new long-term contract has been on the table for Ryan for some time, as we've known since probably March, April time. He says then in September 2018, at the request of Ryan's representatives, wow, that's quite a long time away. So they were looking to renew this back in September. That means that we're talking like almost a year they've been looking to kind of nail him down. Goes on to say negotiations were paused to allow the player to focus entirely on his football. Fine, makes sense. He went on to have an outstanding season with 7 goals and 13 assists, helping the club secure a 5th successful season of Premier League football. Fantastic. I hope he does it at Arsenal. During that time, I have been and continue to be in regular dialogue with Ryan's representatives and have made it clear to both him and the player that our contract offer remains on the table. So do you hear that? The contract offer is on the table. It's been on the table since September. He then goes on to say, and finally, before I go into my analysis, quite simply, Ryan is a fantastic player and an integral part of the squad. We look forward to welcoming Ryan back to us next month after a well-earned break, upon which he can focus on having another standout season for AFC Bournemouth. So, let's look at the key facts of this. We know that the contract offer has been on the table for quite a while. It says here in this article, this is in the Metro, contract offer has been around and talks have been around since September. That's a long time. A long time. He wanted to focus on football, fine, makes absolute sense. But the contract offer has been there. He came out a couple months ago saying that he wasn't going to renew the contract and he was going to let the contract run down. We all obviously know there were talks about Chelsea being involved along with us on top of that. But the key thing to all of this, which is in this statement here, is this idea of balanced clarity on the situation. Ryan Fraser's already come out and has, the energy that he's projecting is that one way or another, he is going to leave Bournemouth Football Club. So on the other balance of things, Bournemouth, Neil Blake is coming out saying, we want you to stay. Here's a contract. We're not pushing you out. All this is a PR move for the Bournemouth fans so that it doesn't seem like Ryan Fraser's being forced out of the club. They want him to stay. They are just doing their due diligence. And you know what? It makes sense. But the fact of the matter is, for a club like Bournemouth Football Club to allow a talent like Ryan Fraser or any talent that they have to leave on a free, when Bournemouth have been talks of over the past week valuing him at 30 million. They're not going to let a 30 million player just walk away for free. They would rather sell him for 15, 20 or even 25 million, which is probably around the mark that Arsenal will probably get him at. The fact of the matter remains is that this is just a PR move, guys. Arsenal still have Ryan Fraser as their top target, and this signing will probably go a lot further into the window, and I see a deal probably happening with this, probably closer to the end of July, so probably another 6 weeks. Talks are obviously happening, and it'll probably only really be from July 1st onwards that we really hear anything more concrete on where this is going to go, but Bournemouth aren't going to walk away from money. But guys, let me know what you think on this Ryan Fraser stuff. Do you agree with me, or do you think I'm just talking out my arse? Leave your comments below, and also give me your opinions on what you think about Claude Maurice. Do you think Arsenal are going to go in with a new bid, or do you think yeah, this is just gonna fizzle out and go someplace else. So leave your comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.